Hi, everyone. It's Julie from Ocean Rehab, and I'm here to do a session with you today. For today's session, we will need a dowel. We'll be doing some paddling work. So if you don't have a dowel, maybe you have a broomstick, an umbrella, a cane, something like that, just to space your hands apart and be a little bit rigid. And then we will also be using a physio band. So if you have something like a physio band handy, you can have that close by as well. And then make sure you also have some water. I'll be giving you a few different water break cues for today. So let's begin as we usually do, comfortably seated in our chair. Maybe eyes closed if you're comfortable with that, and we will focus on our breathing. So just a few nice even breaths in and out. Just taking our focus to the rise and fall of our chest. Great, we'll do a few more like that. Maybe you're doing a bit of a body scan as well as you begin our session today, thinking about any spots that may need extra attention. Maybe you have a shoulder that's been feeling a bit stiff and sore, that you need some more time warming up today, or that you might make some modifications for a particular area of your body that needs a little extra attention during your session today. So just make note of that as you begin. Eyes closed, we'll take one more nice big breath in and out. Great. And then you can open your eyes and we will get started with our neck warm-up first. So if you want to start with some really small neck circles, we'll go one way and then back the other direction. Great, and then you might make those a bit bigger, so slow it down if you find a spot that's feeling a little extra stiff today. Maybe you stay there for a moment and then change direction here as well. And the last one here. All right, let's take our shoulders up our ears and then up towards our ears and then back and down. So creating a shoulder circle. Hands can just be on your lap to start. And then adding in a bit of arms. Arms can just kind of move in a relaxed fashion and then start to get a little bigger as you go. Big arm circles to the back. Maybe taking this time to, again, take some nice big breaths in and out, opening up through your chest with these rear shoulder circles. Last two, and one. Great, let's go to the front, little scoops to start. Getting bigger as you go. Okay, we'll do three more here. And two. And one. Great. Give me bicep curl to tricep press. And then let's add a longer arm reach. Long press back, long arms to reach for the ceiling. We will be doing some overhead work today with our band. So I'll give you some cues then, but if you are in a chair that doesn't have the anti-tip, you might need to move towards a wall or other surface to give you a little extra stability as we do some overhead work later. Last two, and one. Good, shoulders are set, elbows are glued to your side. We'll do palms up and just warm up through rotator cuffs a little bit here. So forearms moving out and in. Great, and then let's make this a bigger move. Arms coming away from your side, shoulder blades squeezing to center. So really feeling that squeeze of the muscles, your rhomboids that sit between shoulder blade and backbone. Great, we'll do 3 more here. And 2, and 1. All right, let's add in a little bit of side flex as we start to reach up overhead, one side, and then the other. Hips are staying evenly on the chair. The flex is happening through lower and mid spine, so a little extra reach off to the side. 2 more. And last one. Good, let's take this move cross body, so with a bit of rotation, pressing diagonally at about eye level. Okay, 2 more here. And last one. And then we'll take our press off to the side with a side flex here. And 2 more. And last one here. Excellent. From there, we are going to do a little bit of rotational work, which we've already started a bit, but let's put both hands on one upper thigh or holding on to the arm of your chair instead, if you like, to guide our rotation side to center. So we'll stay on one side and do this a few times. Good, we'll do 2 more here. And 1. And then our hand that is closest to the side we're rotating to is going to start to reach back. And we might take a bit of a shoulder check here as well. So looking over your shoulder as you're reaching back. We'll do 3 more. 2. And 1. Good, come on back to center. Same thing on the other side, both hands on your outer thigh or on the arm of your chair. A little gentle pressure through those hands to help with the rotation, side to center. Good, we'll do 3 more. 2. And 1, and then adding in that arm, little extra reach, opening up through the chest. Great, keep going. 2 more here. And last one. All right, come on back to center. We have 1 more to finish off warm up. Hands are on your lap for support. Depending on your level of core control, you will either be pressing into your chair back for core activation and then coming back to upright. Or if you are able to forward hinge, hands on your lap for support, forward hinge. Right. If this is a comfortable move and you would like to add a little bit more reach, 1 arm at a time, pressing forward, pulling in, press forward, pull in. Shoulder stays away from your ear. Good. We'll do 2 more per side, alternating. Last one. Excellent. Okay, we are warmed up and ready to go. Grab a drink of water if you need it. We are going to do a paddling sequence today in 45-second intervals. Our first one's going to be what I'll call a recovery paddle, meaning that it's just at a nice, comfortable tempo. Just either catching your breath between other intervals or just kind of resetting posture as well. So we'll take this first one as our warm-up and our beginning to our paddling sequence. So let me just grab my timer. And we will be ready to go. So you will need your dowel for this portion. I'm setting my timer for the first 45 seconds. Great. So as I said, we are tuning into posture as we are doing this. If you are able to move forward on your chair to challenge your core a bit more, feel free to do that. If you need the back support, stay back on your chair. Paddling just in a comfortable rhythm here, thinking about that long spinal positioning all the way from the top of your head down to your tailbone, shoulders away from your ears, for support for a nice strong paddle here. Good. We are transitioning to our quicker paddle. So different for everyone. Speed it up as it feels good for you. Great, keep going here. We got 45 seconds in total, and then we'll be moving on to the next paddling exercise. 10 more seconds here. Good. Our next one is actually not paddling. It's a forward press and an upward press. Press forward, press up. If you would like to add a little bit extra movement to this, forward hinge, upward press, forward hinge, upward press. Great. Keep going here. About 15 more seconds of this exercise. All right, moving on to the next one. 3 paddles on one side, 3 on the other. 3 on one, 3 on the other. Good. Up to you for this one. If you keep your shoulders square through the whole paddling sequence, or if you rotate through the paddle. Almost done this one. Here we go. There's that timer. Good. For our last one of this sequence, we're doing 4 quick paddles close to your knees, and then 4 long reaching paddles off to the side. So work within the range of what's available to you. If you feel like the close paddles, the arms of your chair are getting in the way, just adjust them accordingly. So 4 close paddles, 4 long reaching paddles, maybe with a little bit of side flex. Hips still nice and even on your chair. Good, there's the timer. We're doing a 45-second recovery paddle. So take this time to take a drink of water. If you need a rest, check out your shoulders. Maybe do some neck circles, head circles, just to release through any tense muscle groups, or keep paddling. And then we're going to do that sequence again. Great, so recovery paddle is ending in about 5 seconds. And we'll pick up the pace. Nice strong paddle strokes. Good. So maybe feeling your heart rate start to elevate a little bit as we move through some of these faster sequences. Just pacing yourself, whatever feels good for you today. Good. Get about 5 more seconds, and then we're moving to our next exercise, which is the forward press, upward press. You can stay upright for the entire exercise or hinge as you forward press. Come back up tall to press up. Great. Keep going here. We have about 10 more seconds. Good. Getting ready to move into our next sequence, which was 3 paddles per side. 3 on one side, 3 on the other. Option of some rotation here as you paddle. Okay, we have one more in this sequence before we take another 45-second rest or recovery paddle. So one more coming up. Here we go. It was our 4 quick paddles close to our knees. And then our 4 long reaching paddles off to the side. So 4 close paddles, 4 long reaching paddles. Keep going. Got 10 more seconds here. All right, 45 seconds of recovery time. If you'd like to spend that just doing a nice easy paddle, go right ahead. If you need to stop for a drink of water, maybe to shake out your shoulders, shake your head side to side, catch your breath. We are halfway done. We're going to do this whole interval sequence 2 more times through. And then we'll move on to some resistance work after that. Good, so I'm going back just to my nice easy paddle to finish off this 45 seconds. Great, there's my timer. Going back to our quicker paddle. Still checking in with posture every once in a while. Sitting up tall in your seat, evenly between your 2 hip bone points. And nice and tall all the way to the top of your head, to the crown of your head. We have 10 more seconds here. Great, our next one is going to be that forward press, upward press. Optional hinge. Good, keep going. We have about 10 more seconds left with this one. All right, next one coming up. 3 paddles on one side, 3 on the other. Option of a little bit of rotation through the paddle strokes. Shoulders stay away from your ears. So lots of power when we keep those shoulders down, using our muscles that sit around our shoulder blades to help to keep posture. 10 more seconds on this one. Great, here we go. 4 paddles close to your knees, 4 long paddles off to the side, 4 close paddles, 4 long reaching paddles. But after this, we will take another 45-second recovery paddle or rest. And then we'll do our last sequence. Here we go, recovery paddle, or take a moment to stretch it out. All right, so feel free to keep stretching or go back to just a nice, easy tempo paddle. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Let's pick up the pace. One more round. Yeah, keep going here. Challenging our core, belly button is pulled in just slightly to engage our transverse abdominals. So keeping nice and strong through the torso as we finish off this quicker paddling timed sequence. Good. Going to that forward press, upward press. Optional hinge. We have about 15 more seconds on this one, and then 2 more to go. Three, 2, and 1. Good. 3 paddles on one side, 3 on the other. Option of rotation. Keep going here. All right, we're coming up on 10 seconds left. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Our last one is 4 quick paddles close to our knees, 4 long reaching paddles off to the side. Okay, keep going. 5 more seconds left. All right. Shake it out. I'm going to stop my timer. So we are done the timed portion for today. And actually we're done with our paddle as well. So you can set that down, maybe take a moment, shoulders low, crossing your arms, giving yourself a hug, pulling your shoulders forward just slightly. So letting your shoulder blades come away from each other. And then maybe you look down towards your chest, chin drops to chest, slowly shaking your head side to side, just releasing some of the tension that might have built up in your neck. And then you can open your arms diagonally low and look up towards the ceiling. Be moving there. Great, some shoulder circles to the rear, and we are set to go with our band. Grab a drink of water if you need one, and grab your physio band. Okay, so I said we were going to be doing a little bit of overhead work today. We're going to do that next. So if you do not have anti-tip on your chair, you may want to move to a wall just to give yourself a little bit of extra safety and security for the next overhead moves that we do. As usual as well, if you're using your physio band and grip strength is an issue, you can always give that band a wrap. We're gonna need quite a bit of band between our 2 hands for this first exercise because we are doing a lat pull down, and that's quite a large move. So we are going to set up to do 2 sets of 10 for our lat pull downs today. Shoulders are set. The first time we do this, we will all be in upright supported position. So back is on the chair. Shoulders are back and down, reaching up overhead. If your shoulders do not appreciate this overhead reach and you want to come a little bit farther forward, that is okay if that makes the shoulders feel more comfortable. So we are going to take our elbows to bent as we pull down that band to touch the chest and then return to our start position. So nice and close to our body. We're going to go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Hands get a little farther away from each other at the bottom end. And we got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great. Okay, so we will do a second set in just a moment, and I'll give you one possible variation for this next one. So if you know you need the support of your chair back, you will stay as you are and do another set of 10 lat pull downs in that way. If you are able to slide slightly forward on your chair and you have the core support to sit back from this position. So we want to make sure that if we are slightly forward on our chair, maybe with a pillow or a yoga block behind us, so that we're at a slight recline, we can do our lat pull down from a slightly reclined position. So I will let you decide which is best for you. If you do choose the recline, just checking in to make sure that spine is long from the top of your head down to your tailbone, maybe looking towards the band as you set up, and then we will do 10 here as well. If you are staying upright for these, that is totally fine. Right, we have 5 more. Let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Okay. If you had set up with maybe a pillow behind your back or other support, you can take that away now, and we are moving on So we were just using lat muscles. Those are our side back muscles, kind of like our wing muscles. We're going to move into using our rhomboids, the muscles that sit between shoulder blade and backbone next. And we will do that in almost the same setup, just of course bringing it lower. So if you liked having the band wrapped, you can do that again. We'll need maybe a little bit less band just because of the way our arms move for this particular exercise. So shoulders are set. Arms are extended out to the front at lower rib cage level. I don't want to be too high for this one because I want this to be my shoulder blades pulling to my backbone and not my shoulders pulling up by my ears. So here we go, 10 like this. We'll pull in for 10. 9, big squeeze between your shoulder blades. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Reset that. For the next version of this exercise, we will be doing 10, but per side now. So we're going to change it up just slightly. And I do have an option for you that involves some rotation as well. So I'm going to show it to you both ways, and then you can decide which is best for you. And you can change which way you do side to side as well. That's okay. So it's the exact same exercise. One hand is going to be forward to stabilize. The other one is going to pull back into our row. So you can be upright with shoulders facing forward for this, or you can rotate towards the moving arm. So shoulder blade pulls to center as you rotate. So I will let you decide which one's best. Set those shoulders and let's go. We're going to do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great. Reset those shoulders and let's go get ready for the other side. So one hand is out to stabilize, shoulder is low, arm is more or less straight. The other one is pulling back either with or without rotation. Good, here we go. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Check it out. Maybe you unwind the band and give your hands a bit of a rest. Grab a drink of water if you need it. We have a few more resistance exercises to go, and then it will be time to stretch. Great. So we have used our lat muscles. We've used our rhomboids that sit between our shoulder blade. We're going to move on to use our shoulder muscles next. And this one, again, you can have the band wrapped if you like. You might need a little bit less band yet again than you did in the last exercise, depending on the strength through your shoulders. So we're going to go shoulders back and down. The stabilizer hand, actually, let's do another exercise first. We're still going to set up the same way. Good. So this one, the band is going to start at lap level, just above your knees, shoulders set. You're going to pull the band just slightly away, so your hand slightly away in either direction, so that the band is under full tension, and we are lifting up to overhead and resetting back down again. So just getting a little bit of tension on that band for this. 10, 9, shoulders are low, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right. Shake out those shoulders. We will get ready now to do the one that I was just introducing, and that is single arms. So for this one, one hand is going to stabilize, cross body just resting on your chest. It could also rest down on your lap if you want to give yourself some more band and do it that way instead. Elbow is facing forward, shoulder is set. We're going to punch towards the ceiling, slow motion punch up and down. So we'll do 10 like that on this side, and then we'll switch to the other side. Ready to be strong through your core as you press up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great. Reset that. Shoulders are low. Stabilizer hand comes cross body. So setting up for our second side. Ready to press for the ceiling. Elbow stays facing forward for this one. Great. We have 6 more. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. So we are going to continue using our shoulder muscles and move on to some rotator cuff work next. And this one is going to be, we're going to set up with elbows glued at your side. You might need to wrap that band one more time. Give yourself even a little bit more tension on the band as we do this next exercise. It will depend on, of course, how your rotator cuffs feel doing this exercise and how resistant the band is that you've chosen today. So nice and tall through posture, shoulders are back and down, palms are facing down to start here as we move out to the side, into center, just working through that very small range of the distance that your forearms can move out to the side without your elbows lifting off your sides. Good. I forgot to count. I was busy talking. We're going to do 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's reset that one. Getting ready to do a little bit more of the same. We'll focus on one side. I'm just going to reset my bands here. We're gonna go palms facing up. So rewrap if you need to, just to make it feel a little bit more comfortable so that your wrists can still be in a neutral position and you don't feel like you have to move your wrists up and down or side to side to accommodate the band. Shoulders are set, elbows are glued to your side. We're going to do one side only. So you might start with your right and come out to the side into center for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. And then the same on the other side, elbows glued, palms facing up, out for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're all done with the band for today. You can set that out of your way. I have one last Resistance exercise, we're going to use our own body weight for the resistance. So we're going to do a little bit of oblique work. Let's do this single side. So pick a side. Free hand is going to be either on your lap or holding on to either the arm of your chair or the base of your chair for a little extra stability, because we want our hips sitting evenly on our chair throughout this exercise. Your other hand is going to be reaching fingertips down towards the ground. Side flexing to bring those fingertips a little bit closer to the ground, and then using your oblique muscles on the opposite side to slowly pull yourself back up. So side flex, squeeze, and return to your start position. Right. We're gonna do 4 more. 4, 3, really thinking about squeezing to center. And 1, good. Reset. Get ready to do the same on the other side. So fingertips reach down towards the ground. Free hand is either on your lap or on your chair for support to keep those hips even. Side flex. Pull it up. Good. We got 6 more to go. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, we are all done the hard work. Time to stretch it out. We did lots of work through shoulders and back today. So let's start with a big overhead reach. So you may want to come back on your chair for a little bit of back support for this one. One hand can be either, again, on your lap, holding onto the base of your chair, or holding onto the arm of your chair for a bit of stability. We're going to reach the other arm up and over in a slow reach cross. Reaching for the ceiling kind of diagonally away from you. Good. Bring it back down. Let's do that again. You can make this a really active press, pressing your hand towards the ceiling, looking for a stretch through our lat muscles and maybe even our obliques that we were just working on. Good. Let's do that one more time. Pressing up and then side flexing slightly, pressing for the ceiling. Good. Come back to center. We'll do the same on the other side. So reaching up and then side flex to reach over. We'll do that 2 more times. Slow reach, really pressing through the base of your hand, the palm of your hand. We'll do 1 more here. Excellent. Come on back to center. Our next one, we are going to take one arm and reach it across body, grabbing on at maybe the elbow or forearm and pulling that arm a little bit farther across. So looking for a stretch through rear shoulders, maybe in through your rhomboids. So that's with an extended arm. Great. Ease off the stretch about halfway. Let's bend at the elbow and touch your opposite shoulder, and then pull that elbow slightly farther across. And from here, you can drop your ear towards your shoulder on the side where your hand is currently resting. Getting a bit of a neck stretch as well as shoulder stretch here. Good. Ease your head back to neutral. Unwind that arm. Let's do the same stretch on the other side. So reaching cross body with a low shoulder, grabbing on at around the elbow to help to ease that arm a little farther across into a supported stretch. And then ease about halfway out of the stretch, move to grab on, maybe just above the elbow so that you can bend and settle your hand onto your shoulder, taking that elbow a little bit farther across again for this stretch, and then dropping your ear towards your shoulder on the side where your hand is resting. Good, ease your head back to neutral, unwind that arm. Let's slide the backs of our hands into our back pockets or fists onto your hips if that's more comfortable for you. We'll stretch out through front shoulders and continue stretching through our neck here as well. So elbows are going to pull back, puffing up through the chest. We'll take a moment here in really tall posture just to think about how we can get some nice even breaths in and out with our chest fully available to expand here in this nice stretch. Good, maybe you'll ease your elbows to the side, just relax out of the stretch a little bit, and then we'll move back into the stretch again. So elbows pulling back slightly, maybe the back, or maybe your hands kind of pressing into your hips to activate a little more stretch into this exercise. And then maybe we'll also drop your chin towards your chest and get a little bit of rear neck stretch here as well. You're welcome to move your head slowly side to side if that feels good, or just hold it in one static position. Good, easing your head back to neutral, unwinding those arms. Hands are on your lap for support. We are going to either press into your chair back if that is best for you, or if you have the core support to be able to hinge forward, go ahead and do that. Finding a spot where wherever you are that you can relax through your hips and take some nice even breaths in and out. And then come back up nice and slow. Good, just in a nice comfortable seat now as we finish things off with a bit of a breathing exercise. So eyes closed is optional. If you would like to close your eyes now to focus on your breathing, feel free. So we're looking for nice even breaths in and out. And the first thing we'll do is focus on our chest rising and falling, really expanding through the chest on every breath in, and then taking an even breath out, maintaining our tall posture. If you'd like to add a little more stretch to this, you can press your arms diagonally back behind you, opening up a little more through the chest. So feeling like we can take an even bigger breath in and out, and maybe that breath in feels like it's a bit more of a stretch through your chest and front shoulder muscles. Breath out, release. Do one more there. And then we're going to take our hands, one hand over top of the other, and press them forward. You have the option of staying with full hinging forward as you take some big breaths in now, feeling like you can fill up some extra space in your back body and the area that is between your two shoulder blades. So breath in gives you extra space to stretch. Last one here. Yeah, shake out your shoulders, shake out your elbows, shake out your wrists. And we are going to finish as we always do with 3 big breaths in, starting down low, reaching to the ceiling. And 1. Great, we are done class for today. Thanks for joining me. I hope you feel great.
Okay, thanks everyone. Today we had a recording, so it was not live. So next week, Julie should be back. So see you guys next week. Bye now.